Stakeholders' involvement and feedback are crucial for the success of your products and services, but quite often they're not available when you need them due to various reasons. In this video, I'm going to share with you our strategies to deal with this problem that we have found useful and that you can try as well. I am Bogi from AgilePool, and our mission is to help companies work smarter, faster and without disaster. This topic was raised by Naska Yankova, the co-owner of Camplight, in a comment below our previous video. There she wrote, stakeholders are busy with so many things and sometimes they have not enough time to give the attention needed to the state of the work or the team. There is not enough participation in the sessions, and I noticed that even though we provide all the details, next steps and outcomes, as notes or via email, some of them don't engage as much as we want. Therefore, I discovered that quick videos are doing a great job. 1 to max 5 minutes where we do a quick demo of our state of the work, ending with feedback requests. She's asking us, do we have any extra tips for dealing with stakeholders with limited time? So we thought about this challenge and here is our experience on the subject. The problem with the always super busy and unavailable stakeholder is unfortunately very common and there is no silver bullet to solve it. Or at least we haven't found one yet. Okay, I get it. Nowadays everybody is super busy. We have only 2 hands and too many tasks to do. And of course, time is a scarce resource. And at the end, it's always about priorities. And here come several questions that we need to ask ourselves. First, why don't stakeholders prioritize their time in a way so they can make themselves available for us when we need them? Second, do they see the value for them and for you? And third, do they understand the consequences of not being available? Let me share a story. Once we worked with a team that was delivering a working product increment every 2 weeks. The team had scheduled a review session with the key stakeholders where the team wanted to demonstrate the product in order to get the stakeholders' feedback. That feedback was needed because they wanted to navigate their plans and decide how they are going to evolve the product from there on. Unfortunately, the stakeholders said that they are too busy and very rarely attended the review sessions. So the team did their best and decided on their own what they are going to do next. The stakeholders lost the opportunity to see the product in advance and to share their most immediate pains and goals. As a result, a couple of months later, the team did a major release only to find out that a key requirement for a very important client was not met. The client was lost and this costed the company millions of dollars of lost opportunities, not to mention the cost to rework the product and the time invested to develop it in the first place. Unfortunately, such stories are considered business as usual at many places. And here are some practical things that we do in order to avoid such scenarios as much as possible. The first and most important thing is to find out who are your truly key stakeholders. In order to find them, we use the Roman Pichler's great framework that classifies stakeholders in 2 dimensions, interest and power. You can find a reference to the Roman Pichler's framework in the description of this video. After this, you're going to know who are the pawns and who are the players. And of course, you need the players. The second step is to talk to each player individually and make sure they understand what is the value for them and for the team, and also to understand what are the pain points and consequences if they don't provide their feedback in a timely manner. Now, stakeholders' time is limited and you need to make it count. It is a huge pain if you have them sitting in a meeting that is misguided and taking unnecessarily too long to fulfill a purpose. It's no surprise if they stop showing up at some point. That's why you need an experienced facilitator to navigate the conversation in the best possible and productive way. This will make a huge difference and chances are stakeholders are going to see the value and not ditch your meeting. Okay, there is one extreme situation where you might be. You have a stakeholder who understands the value of the feedback. They are willing to be available, but they are simply too busy and maybe they're in a different time zone. So here you can do what Naska suggested in her comment. You can record videos and ask the stakeholder to provide you feedback after watching them. However, our advice here is to find a slot, some time that you can, after you send the videos, you meet with the stakeholders at least for a couple of minutes to get the feedback face to face. Because if you rely only on emails, you are risking miscommunication, misunderstanding, and maybe losing some valuable insights. As a final resort, what you can do is to find a stakeholder representative, to find somebody who is going to play that role. But be aware, there is a pitfall. That representative must be a decision maker, because if they cannot make decisions, you're just adding another unit in the chain that is going to prolong the decision making process, and the communication is going to be even slower. Okay, let's do a recap. First, stakeholders' time is going to be always limited and they're going to be always too busy. You cannot change that. What you need to do, first find out who are your key stakeholders, the ones that we call the players. Then make sure they understand the value and, most importantly, the consequences for them and the pains for them if they are not available for you when you need them. Then make sure you're getting the maximum within the time you have with your stakeholders by having an experienced facilitator who is going to help you navigate the conversation in the best possible and effective way. If these strategies don't help, you can record videos and then have a short face-to-face meeting to discuss them. If that doesn't help as well, then you can appoint someone who is going to represent the stakeholders, but make sure those people are decision makers. If you like this video, you know what to do, and we would love to hear your feedback. I want to hear your stories, share your experiences and your approaches. Share your challenges and we are going to create a video to tackle them as well. Bye and see you in the next one.